It's Christmas time. That's not Jingle Bells, it is. Hey guys, it's Manna and welcome to Alternative Unicorn, a YouTube show where I talk about spirituality, mental health, and airy-fairy new age stuff. The holidays are right around the corner, and for a lot of people, I know the holidays can be a time of depression and anxiety. The holidays are rough on some people, and the holidays are not necessarily rough on me, but this time of year is a very stressful time, and so my anxiety tends to get really peaked around the holidays, and so does my depression. I just want to crawl under the covers and not do anything about it. So I wanted to make a video today that are some tips on how to battle the holiday blues, some things that really help me get through the season and holidays and gatherings with families, and ways that we can de-stress ourselves and kind of serve our inner child this time of year, as opposed to the adult side that is rushing and stressed out. So if you're interested in hearing some tips about how to battle your anxiety and depression during the holidays, stay tuned. So one of the first things I want to talk about is gift giving. Not everybody celebrates Christmas or Hanukkah, but I know a lot of the holidays that are surrounding the holiday season do involve some type of gift giving. And this can be a really beautiful thing and a wonderful thing, but it can also be a super stressful thing. So the first thing I want to talk about is create a holiday budget. But it's really important to minimize your stress. Look at your finances, create a budget, write out the people that you want to give gifts to, look at what you can afford. So create that budget, really meditate on what you can do, look at that and focus on it, and make sure that you kind of plan ahead. And don't allow yourself to get into a store and be overwhelmed by prices. Research your prices ahead of time. Try to think out ahead of time before you go in a store what you want to get for a person. Which also brings me to my second point. Online shopping is an amazing and great tool for people that have a little bit of agoraphobia, who don't want to get out in crowded malls. The holiday season shopping, I think, brings people down the most, because people are like, ever since Black Friday, they're like fighting over deals and fighting for this last stuff and doing it. Like, if you can't find that one dream gift for your kid, it is okay. Do the best you can and try to plan ahead and shop online. You can sit at home by your fireplace watching a Christmas movie or whatever tickles your fancy and do your holiday shopping online, get it done and have it delivered to your doorstep. And you don't have to face all that stuff anymore. It is a really great solution for people that cannot handle malls. I don't like it around the holiday season. I feel hot and stressed out, and I just am choosing to skip some of that this year. So think about that. Think about some online holiday shopping. And if it's not for you, go late at night when stores are not as crowded, or during the workday if you can. Just try to think about when are peak times and try to stay out of crowded situations that might pique your anxiety during the holidays. So still in the realm of gift giving. So yes, make your budget, shop online if you can to kind of alleviate some of that stress. And the third thing that I like to do, and I've done this for a very long time, is I like to make gifts. When my budget is not really supporting giving the gifts that I want, I do make gifts. And you know what? Some people think that that's lame and cheesy, me being 31 years old and still making gifts, but I do. And I'm lucky enough to have the type of family that is loving and accepting of that and thinks it's nice and touching. And remember that holidays are not about the gifts. The holidays are about thought, service, loving one another, spending time with the people that you care about. So try to take the focus off of the gifts and do what you can do and be okay with what you can do and let go of what you can't do. There's really no sense in fighting that. And if you really want to do more, get another job and get some money. I don't know, like hustle. I'm just saying that around shopping, I think this is one of the most stressful things for people, specifically with anxiety, and then the depression comes because you can't get the things that you want to get. So just round out your thoughts into that conversation of what you can do, how you can do it that makes you comfortable, and at the end of the day, a homemade gift is always really a beautiful thing, and I find that people hold on to them longer. I do. I hold on to gifts that have been made for me a lot longer too. So the next thing that I want to talk about is holiday boundaries. I come from a very big family, and it is literally and virtually impossible to see everybody on Christmas Day. Or even Christmas Eve. And now I have a boyfriend and I've lived with him for 2 years. And so I'm a part of his family as well. And I know a lot of you out there that you might be my age. We split time between our families and our significant others' families. We want to see our friends. We want to make sure that we're devoting all of our time. And because I don't have children, I am definitely one of the family members that ends up like driving all over town and doing all kinds of crazy things. And last year I finally was like, no more. No more of that. The boundary conversation about the holidays is if you need to say no to going somewhere or to running around and you just can't, that's really, really okay. This is not about anger. This is not about making people wrong. If you can't get on an airplane, you can't get in a car, and you can't commit to traveling all over because it feels like it's too much for you, allow that to be all right with yourself. It is just a day at the end of it, and we really, love is all year round. Gift giving should be all year round. And I love the holidays and I want to see every single person that I can, but I also need to understand when I can't, what my limitations are, and I need to be able to say no sometimes and say, no, I can't go to that thing, but I can do that later. And people are surprisingly more understanding than you would think that they are. I try to put my family on the top priority of the list because they are my family, and that's just me. If family is not a top priority for you, and for whatever reason that is not an enjoyable thing for you to do, and it doesn't make you feel good to be with your family, don't do that. I am not a person that's like, oh, because it's this day, I'm gonna all of a sudden just drop all of my boundaries and anything that hurts me and just do something for the sake of it being a day. No, your boundaries matter. How you feel matters regardless of the season and the time and day. So make sure that you're continuously respecting what you need. Every individual is like totally different. And like I said, I have a good relationship with my family and I'm very lucky that I want to spend holidays with them. Not everybody does. And it is totally okay if that's too much for you. So create your boundaries, think about yourself, what you would like to do on Christmas Day, what you would like to do in this holiday season that would make you happy, and make sure you do that for yourself. I love to eat holiday cookies and holiday food and all of the amazing deliciousness that is the holidays. Just make sure we are counterbalancing that with some delicious meals that are healthy for us and good for us. Make sure you're getting enough water, go for some walks. You're going to feel a lot less depressed when the holiday season ends and you're like, what did I do? I gained 10 pounds. Who cares? Who cares that you gain holiday weight? It's not a big deal. It's whatever. Life, live it, YOLO, whatever. I'm just saying that if you're a person that tends to get depressed about the foods that you eat, and that's like weight issues or something that gets you down during the holiday season, is that you've ate too much or you feel bad and you feel guilty about those Christmas cookies. Don't feel guilty about the Christmas cookies. You enjoy your Christmas cookies. You deserve your Christmas cookies. You deserve your holiday feast. So then just counter that with being like, I'm gonna have a cookie and then I'm gonna go for a nice walk and get my sunlight. Like, everything needs to be in accordance to what we add. And I was reading this great book called The Gabriel Method, and there's a lot of sciences about weight and health, but one of the most important things that I read talks about what do you add, not what do you take away. So the holidays are definitely not about denying yourself the things that you like to eat. Do that. Make sure you just add nutrition with that. Add the things that do make you feel good. Make sure you get enough fruits, vegetables, water, and sunlight. It'll help fight some of that chemical depression that comes as a result of too much levels of sugar, not enough exercise, not enough serotonin in our body. So just make sure you're being conscious of that. If you're not feeling good during the day, did you get out today? Did you eat the right meals? I totally know around Thanksgiving I had like a total dip in emotions. That's because I was eating a lot. And I didn't really realize that until after, when I got back on schedule of eating a little bit more normally. So just think about that. If you're feeling bad around the holiday season, are you doing things that are good for your body to help your body fight your depression too, not just your brain? Okay, so this is really the last thing that I want to say. I've got a really beautiful group of female friends, and we were having a conversation, and we were talking about our inner child and the holiday season, and someone gave me a challenge, and I want to give you a similar kind of challenge, or just a thought in it, is that we're all grown-ups and everything is so serious and responsibility. So this holiday season, the best thing that has helped me so far, because my friend suggested I do it and I am doing it, and it is really helping me get out of my rut, because like I said, I've been in a depression for about a month now. It's been a little rough. And my friend encouraged me and said, I want you to think about what your inner child wants this holiday season. How are you going to feed her? What does she want to do? What would give her joy? What gave you joy as a child? Recreate that and give it to yourself. So that is what I'm doing, and that is what I'm focusing on. And so remember that in this holiday season, if it's too hard to be an adult, don't do it. Be a kid. I'm fully supportive of celebrating your inner child around the holidays and let them have all the fun, because you still get to be there to enjoy it. So give them the opportunity to speak to you, speak about the things that they want to do. My inner child really wants to go to the snow, so that is the top of my list. How do I make that happen for her? Because that would be her present. So I'm trying to give my inner child her biggest Christmas wish first, and then I'll move on and try to grant the wishes of others. And since it is the holiday season, try to be of service to those around you. It's a beautiful time to help others, to see those that are in need and less fortunate, and that is also a really wonderful way to pull us out of our slump of where we're not being in the present. When we do service for others, it pulls us right into the present, right into the here and now, and looking at what is happening in front of us, and it definitely helps pull me out of my slump sometimes. So if you're not feeling good, these are just some things that I hope do help you out. And if there's some family drama, I'm sending you light and love that helps you release that and find a way that you can celebrate the holidays that make you the happiest, because the holidays are just about love and unity and celebrating life and being alive, which we should be doing every day, but this time in particular is when everyone in the world is doing it. So I hope you guys kind of like this list. I'm going to put some other videos up that are kind of little focus more on some mental health stuff this month, because it's been a rough month, but I am back and I want to be here and I want to do this, and thank you for the love and support. And I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season. Light and love. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Night, guys.